Welcome everyone to the channel. Welcome back, and today I'm gonna show you the 2025 Ultimate London Car Spotting Guide. I'm gonna give you tips for seeing every car in London, everything you need from hotels, places, streets. I hope this video will be helpful, and if I'm right, please you can leave a like and subscribe. This means everything to me. So we're starting with Mayfair, which is basically a very rich neighborhood in London, one of the most famous one. It's in central London, and here you can see basically the most hypercars and supercars all over in London. So we are going to start with Mount Street, which is basically this place where all the cars show up and park up here to go eat at these restaurants. Um, it is beautiful around lunch and especially in the evening. If you're a car spotter, I suggest you going in the lunch early or maybe mid-afternoon, and then around 7 p.m. it start to be very crowded. Um, it is the place where all the car spotters are. It is pretty packed up with people. And I'm gonna be showing everything on the map after I explain it for every neighborhood, so you will see there how things go. Then we're continuing with, again, next to Mount Street. The hotel is called The Connaught, if I'm not pronouncing it wrong. If I am, please excuse me for my English. I'm not officially from England, so yeah, I'm trying to speak as very good as possible. So here, basically, right where is this Ferrari that I'm showing you guys? Here, this year was Bowtail, Koenigsegg, and much more hypercars and supercars, like this SVJ2. Um, Here are basically daily spots of supercars and hypercars, so it is actually on Mount Street, this Mount Street here on the right. So you just go here and you should check it out because I'm pretty sure that there are gonna be things here, mainly at the late afternoon and evening. People are coming here for dinner, afternoon tea, and things like that. The next one is the Berkeley Square. Here, all the dealerships like Ferrari, Bugatti that I'm gonna show you on the map, and all the cars park up around the square. And you can car spot at it. Just stay. A lot of cars are going to come by and drive. It is very famous place for car spotters to stay and to film cars. So I suggested to check it out. Even they do not let people in Bugatti and Koenigsegg, which is in another neighborhood, but these two dealerships, sadly, they, if I'm not mistaken, they do not let people, at least without some type of appointment. So, but there are gonna be very nice cars there, so just check it out. And then we are going to maybe the most famous hotel of all of them in Mayfair, which is exactly next to Hyde Park. I'm sorry. Um, it is a Dorchester, which is a collection of hotels, very famous, and most of the Arabs stay here. As you can see, this Pagani Huayra is from like a week ago here, and this AMG. There are a lot of cars, hypercars, not only supercars. A lot of old cars are coming here, and it's basically a place where the Saudi meet. You go for afternoon tea, or it is pretty much a very nice hotel. I suggest you look for the streets near it because there are a lot of other not that famous hotels where cars park and these type of things. You can go and look all over Mayfair, I suggest you guys, because there are a lot of interesting streets there where you can find hidden gems. And the last hotels I'm gonna show you are the Biltmore and the Grosvenor House. Excuse me again if I'm not pronouncing them right. Last year here I saw 4GT with Kuwait Place, if I'm not mistaken, but this is from like a week ago too. So basically, this is Mayfair that you see in these red lines. So if you're coming from Hyde Park, if you're not from London, I'm gonna suggest you just a tip for you guys. Stay around here, around Victoria, because there are very good transports around here, metro, buses, and around here it is pretty on good prices, affordable, cheap. If I can say cheap, but it's not cheap, but it's affordable for you guys, and it's near the Buckingham Palace. You have all central London around here, so even if you are not staying there, I think you should start by the Dorchester that I mentioned. Here, you can go for these streets around it. As I said, there are a lot of hidden cars here that you can see. If you go, if I'm not mistaken, here was Lamborghini Performante last year that is staying full time. And around here you can spot Puro Sangues, SVJs. Here is the Grosvenor house that I mentioned. And I think around here is some dealership with rare Porsches and Browses. So just go around here and check all the things you can see out. Then we go to Mount Street. After here, you go to Mount Street. This is, as I mentioned, the main street where all the car spotters stay around here. And this is the hotel at the angle. And you should check this out very often because, as I said, a lot of people come here to eat and just stop. Here is the Biltmore Hotel, exactly at the other side of the Mount Street. As you can go straight, right here is the Berkeley Square with all the dealerships here and the Bugatti here. Here's the Ferrari. Here a lot of restaurants and you can see a lot of cars around there. I'm gonna give you some tips. Go and check this place here. If I'm not mistaken, a lot of people do photo shoots here. You can see you can get some people doing and ask if you can join and do pretty great photos. Here is another parking that you can go in. I'm not sure if they let car spotters. If not, just ask the security. If he sends you out, you know that you can go. But I saw some Browses and Ferraris down there last year. Another hotel that I did not mention is the Mayfair Radisson Collection next to the Ritz right here on the main boulevard, Piccadilly, yeah, you know. So from here, there are a lot of hypercars. This year there was a Pagani and a Koenigsegg, if I'm not mistaken, 488 Pistas, Lamborghinis, and there are a lot of cars right here. I saw Competizione right here last year, so go check it out. And the streets around here you should find some cars or Mayfair, to be honest. So just take a look, appreciate the beautiful buildings, and do some car spotting. Now let's go to the next neighborhood. So we're continuing with the next neighborhood, which is Belgravia. And here are two main hotels that you should think of visiting. First is the Peninsula London, where you can see all type of hypercars as I show here the photos. But if I'm not mistaken, they do not let car spotters in. So you should wait right here to go to the cars to go out. So I'm suggesting you check this hotel out, even if you are not allowed. maybe you should wait and see the cars. This hotel here is famous with this Chiron. It is coming every year possibly here. And a lot of other cars, hypercars, supercars, the Berkeley. It is very, very much near Hyde Park and Mayfair, exactly at the beginning of Belgravia. So go and check it out. Another tips are going to the mules, which are places where the people live, and just Belgravia, it is a very, very rich place, like these famous white houses and mules where you see on the internet. They are there, and these houses like this, they have these garages, and sometimes the owners keep some of the cars out. So go and check all the mules out. Another thing is you just can go and explore Belgravia. I was going at 9 p.m. for a walk around Belgravia last year, and I saw this magnificent 959, which is very, very crazy. Um, I have seen F40s and Veyrons and a lot of other hypercars, so I just suggest you to take a walk, and I'm pretty sure you're going to see very, very exotic cars around there. Let's now go to the map and just show where the hotels are. So this is Belgravia, as you can see, exactly next to Mayfair, here at the Hyde Park. Another famous place where I see people standing is somewhere around here at the Hyde Park corner. There are a lot of cars passing by, so you should maybe check this out too. There is the Berkeley Hotel. If I'm not pronouncing it wrong again, excuse me for my English. Um, you should check this out. But these are some hotels that are very luxury too. But previous years there are a lot of hypercars here. Now, last year and this year, I haven't seen some spotters spotting something interesting around these hotels. But just check them if there's something interesting. Exactly on the other side where the Berkeley is, this is Peninsula, which is the other hotel I mentioned. It is a very new hotel that they built, and again, the Arabs very much like it a lot. So you can go by here, check this street, the corner, and these are the mules that I'm talking. You see these streets, and here the a little bit white gray are the mules. Go have a walk, check them out. I'm sure you're going to find for real some interesting cars here. So let's now move to the last neighborhood. So the last neighborhood is Knightsbridge, and especially Harrods. This is the place where all the cars are. As you can see, this 918 I've spotted last year, and this SV that is from like several days ago. You can see this type of cars next to Harrods. Harrods is a building where all the designer brands and shops are. And a lot of rich Saudis and just rich people go there to shop and to eat at these restaurants like this here. So here it is not that much of a residential like building spotting. There are more people that like moving and going to the shops, but I'm going to show it on the map again and show you some interesting dealerships. So this thing here is Knightsbridge, the red line, as you can see. Here are Harrods, and the streets I'm suggesting you to check out are these here, exactly next to it. Basil Street is where the restaurants are, most of them, where I have seen a Revuelto 918 and a lot of other cars. Here is this place where the cars park again. So just check these streets like here. And if you go a little bit to the north, around here there is a McLaren dealership. I'm not sure where exactly, but if I'm not mistaken, it's here. It's here. Last year there was a McLaren Senna and other 765 LT and things like this. I'm not sure if this year there's something interesting there, but go check it out. I know that they let people in, not like Bugatti and Koenigsegg. So just kindly ask and explore this dealership. And here is the Bulgarian Hotel, another famous hotel around here. So now I'm going to give you the one bonus place. So the last place I'm going to talk about is not in central London, and it is not a neighborhood. It's a dealership. It's a dealership right here. You can take a metro. I think a metro is the best transport you can take to here. It is the best dealership I can say in London. That is public to other people. You should check out this parking in the back too. And this is service here. There are a lot of cars behind the dealership, so check it out. And the dealership is very packed with a lot of cars, as you can see. There are hypercars, Le Mans cars, and all type of old and very, very expensive Ferraris, Rolls Royces, Bugattis, Lamborghinis. So go and see them. It is a must visit if you are in London, and I'm pretty sure you are going to like it. I think this is gonna wrap up this video. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope I helped you. If I'm right, please give it a like and subscribe because this is the only way you can help me. I really appreciate it. So give me ideas what video should I do next. And for one more time, excuse my English, I'm not the best, but at least I'm trying. I wish you a nice day guys and see you in the next video.